The upbeat song Didi Tera Devar Divana boomed through the Sangeet hall, the floor alive with swirling lehengas and clapping relatives. Aditi stepped into the center, her pink lehenga sparkling under strings of fairy lights. Her bangles jingled as she twirled, her graceful moves drawing all eyes, especially Arabs. He stood just off the dance floor, arms folded, leaning casually against a pillar. His deep green kurta hugged his broad shoulders perfectly, the sleeves pushed up to his elbows to show off those veiny, annoyingly attractive forearms. Every now and then he clapped along to the beat, but his eyes never strayed from Aditi. When the DJ switched the song to Kala Chashma, Arab's friend and cousins whooped, pushing him onto the dance floor. He smirked, grabbed a pair of black sunglasses someone tossed at him, slid them on like he was stepping straight out of a music video. The crowd lost it. Whistles, cheers, everyone moving closer to watch him strut and dance. Near the front, Alisha's younger cousin Ria and Mona stood practically starstruck. Ria squeezed Mona's arm so tight it left a mark. Oh my god, Mona, look at him. He's better than any movie hero. Those arms, Ria squealed, unable to tear her eyes away. Mona fanned herself with the edge of a dupatta, her cheeks flushed pink. I swear, if Arav asked, I would run away with him right now. Forget Didi's wedding, would steal her Devar in a second. They giggled shamelessly, ignoring the raised brows from the noisy aunties nearby. On the dance floor, Arav popped his shoulders to the beat, ran a hand through his hair, and shot the girls a quick wink that made them squeal even louder. Meanwhile, at the food counter, Aditi stood frozen halfway through eating her jalebi, her eyes locked on Arav's every move. The way he danced, loose cocky veins flexing as he moved, sent a heat up her neck she tried desperately to deny. She glared so hard at him she nearly burnt a hole through his sunglasses. Under her breath, she hissed to herself, I will pop those veins myself, Bandar. Show off all you want. Let's see what you do when I get you alone. The song ended with Arav pulling off the shades and running a hand through his sweat-damp hair, looking frustratingly handsome with that smug grin plastered on his face. He jumped down from the floor, grabbed a water bottle, and barely had a sip before Ria and Mona pounced on him like Star Trek fans. Ria clung to his arms like it was her lifeline. Arav bhaiya, you were amazing. Didi is so lucky to have a diva like you. Mona giggled, stepping even closer, her eyes shamelessly scanning him up and down. Seriously, you are the real star of this Sangeet. Where would you learn to dance like that? And you look oof. Ria giggled again, poking his bicep, her eyes widening like she had just discovered gold. And these arms, so unfair. Who let you look like this? Arav laughed, shaking his head as if embarrassed, but his eyes flicked over their head straight to Aditi across the hall. She stood stiffly by the food table, eyes narrowed, jaw clenched so tight she thought her teeth might crack. He raised his bottle slightly, his grin turning wicked, and gave her a little mock salute, like he knew exactly what he was doing to her. Aditi nearly choked on her jalebi, but she refused to look away first. Her heartbeat drummed in her ears as she muttered under her breath, low and fierce so no one else could hear. Laugh all you want, Vandasa, flirt all you want now, but when I get you later, I'll tie that silver tongue of yours in knots. And even from across the crowds, Arab just smirked wider, tilting his head like he would read her lips perfectly. After Ria and Mona finally stopped clinging to him, giggling their way back into the crowd, Arab eyes immediately sought out Aditi near the food counter. She had been pretending to chat with an uncle about the chutneys, but the moment Arav started striding toward her, she spun around and busied herself with the rows of starters, pointedly looking anywhere but at him. She thought she would escape him until she felt the warmth of him at her back. She stiffened, her breath catching in her throat just as Arav leaned in, his lips so close that the faint scrape of his subtle gazed her bare shoulder. His damp hair brushed her cheek, sending goosebumps down her spine. His voice was low murmur laced with the annoying charm that made her knees wobble. I don't know anything about Rajasthani food, he said, his breath tickling her skin. Can you suggest what should I eat? Aditi jumped slightly, her hand knocking over a spoon in the chutney bowl. She grabbed it flustered, trying not to show how much the feel of his sweaty hair against her neck was messing with her head. Yeah, sure, there's a plenty you can have. She stuttered, her eyes darting down. His hair was still damp from the dancing, pushed back, but a few rebellious strands falling onto his forehead. A single droplet of sweat slid from his temple down the side of his neck, disappearing into the open collar of his kurta. The top two buttons were undone, revealing a glimpse of his toned chest, damp, flushed, and infuriatingly distracting. He caught her staring and smirked, straightening up just enough to look her in the eye. He lifted an eyebrow, then ran a hand through his hair, pushing it back, making his waves bob deliciously along his forearm. But be careful, Arab teased, dropping his voice to that cocky drawl she hated to love. I am on a diet, got to take care of these abs, you know. Aditi rolled her eyes so hard she nearly saw the back of her head. Oh please, like the word would end if you lost one ab. But inside, an idea sparked, and her lips curved into an innocent smile that immediately made Arav narrow his eyes suspiciously. She reached for the tray of paneer tikka, plucked one juicy piece with her fingers, and dipped it into a bowl of chutney. Except this time, she added a heaping spoonful of the spiciest, tongue-burning lal mirch paste. She mixed it in carefully, making sure the paneer looked perfectly harmless on that outside. She turned, holding it out to him sweetly, her eyes wide. Here, try this bandarsa. It's light and good for your precious abs. Arab eyed her, half amused, half wary, but the way she fluttered her lashes, she knew he would take a bet. He leaned in, taking the tikka straight from her hand, and Aditi fought to keep her giggle from bursting out. He hadn't seen it coming, but she knew exactly what was about to hit him. As he bit down, she folded her arms, tapping her fingers against her elbow, watching him like a cat ready to pounce. The fire in his mouth would be the real show. Arab's eyes flew wide open the moment the extra spice hit his tongue. By the time it squashed down his throat, he was coughing so hard he nearly doubled over. He glared at Aditi, his voice rough with anger. What the? Did you just feed me, Aditi? Arab snapped, clutching his throat as his eyes watered. Aditi just stood there, arms crossed, a tiny smug smile tugging at her lips. She tilted her head at him sweetly like butter wouldn't melt in her mouth, then turned away without saying a single word, her dupatta flickering his arm as he walked off. Unbelievable, Arab rasped under his breath, wiping his mouth with the back of his hand. Just asking for it, little troublemaker. Mona and Ria, Alisha's cousin, rushed over, trying to hide their giggles behind their worried faces. Arab, what happened? Mona asked, holding out a glass of water for him. Did Aditi prank you or something? Ria asked. Arav pushed the glass away for a second, coughing again. She didn't prank me. She practically tried to kill me. Extra spice, seriously? Arav shot them a death glare, but there was a flicker of mischief in his eyes too. He grabbed the glass, down the water in one go, then slammed it back on the food cart. Yeah, well, remind your cousin this bandar not going down that easy. He growled, running a hand through his hair, still glaring at the direction Aditi had walked off. She started this game. I'll finish it. Mona and Ria exchanged a look barely containing their laughter as Arav straightened his kurta, wiped his lips with the back of his hand, and stalked off, eyes burning with the promise of playful revenge. And somewhere across the courtyard, Aditi caught his glare, a little smug dancing on her lips as she pretended not to notice. On the other side of the courtyard, Arush and Alisha danced together, swaying gently as if the rest of the world had faded away. But even in his arms, Alisha's mind couldn't stop replaying Nikita's warnings and Aditi teasing words. The light felt too bright, the music too loud, everything inside her felt tangled. Arush noticed the far-away look in her eyes. He stopped moving and cupped her cheek, his voice soft but worried. Alicia, you're somewhere else. What's going on? She forced a small smile, looking away. Nothing, Arush, just overwhelmed, I guess. Arush held her close, pressing a light kiss to her temple. He didn't push her to say more, but his arms around her tightened like he wanted to protect her from every stray thought. A little while later, after the dance, Alicia sat with her Bua and Masis, slipping the tree and trying to enjoy the break. Arush's mother joined them too, settling comfortably on the cushion beside Alicia, smiling fondly at her soon-to-be daughter-in-law. The conversation started innocent enough, clothes, jewelry, the delicious food, but it didn't take too long before her Bua leaned closer, eyes twinkling with mischief. Bahanji, she said directly to your Arush mother, your Arush is so handsome, mashallah. Just imagine how beautiful their babies will be. Arush mother chuckled warmly, glancing at Alicia with a fond, hopeful smile. Hanji, I was telling my husband the same thing yesterday. I can't wait to become a daddy. Alicia cheek flushed pink. She tried to change the topic, but her Masi was unstoppable. She leaned forward eagerly, her glass bangles jingling. Bhanji, tell me truly, how soon do you want to hold your grandchild? We all want to hear the good news quickly. Arush's mother laughed softly, clearly blessed. Jaldi ho to aur bhi acha. I would love to see them settle down and have a family soon. It will complete this house. Alicia smiled, froze. Her throat felt tight as she tried to laugh along. Bua Masi, please, let's talk about something else. But her bua wasn't done. She snatched Alicia's shoulder playfully. Arey, why? This is fun part. We have seen your love story. Now we want the next chapter. Chubby cheeks, baby giggles, all that. Her masis join in giggling and will come spoil the baby rotten. Bahanji will bring all the toys. Arush's mother nodded, beaming with excitement. Of course, you all must come and stay. Alicia will need all the help. Alicia forced a smile, barely hid the swirl of anxiety inside her. She managed a polite laugh, but her hand fidgeted with her dupatta. It was like the four walls of that cozy corner were closing in on her, full of expectation she wasn't ready for yet. Sensing the heat rising in her chest, Alicia excused herself with a strained grin. I'll just check on Arus. Excuse me. As she stood up and stepped away, the chatter behind her turned into giggles again, but all she could hear was the echo of her own thoughts. What if I'm not ready? What if I lose myself in all this? She didn't see Arush watching her from a distance, eyes narrowing with the concern, knowing he would have to find a way to remind her it would always be their choice and no one else's. Arav sat hunched on the closed toilet seat, one hand gripping his stomach, the other raking through his hair in pure frustration. Another wave of fiery pain shot through him, making him curse under his breath. Damn spicy paneer tikka, who does she think she is? He muttered, glaring at his phone screen. He would be rewatching the video from the Sangeet, Didi Tera Devar Divana, replaying Aditi's smug little smirk over and over in his head. Banda, cute, call me a monkey then try to burn my throat alive. He growled, his jaw tightening. Aditi, just wait. He messed with the wrong person today. A sharp knock rattled the bathroom door. Arush's amused voice came through. Arav, bro, are you planning to make the bathroom your new house or what? You good in there? Arav snapped his head up, pinching the door open just a crack, eyes blazing. Do I look good to you? He snapped. Your sweet little sister-in-law nearly murdered me with that extra spicy paneer. Arush leaned against the doorframe, arms folded, trying not to laugh. Come on, man, she was just messing up with you. Stop acting like she poisoned you. Arav jabbed her finger at him. Don't defend her. First, she calls me Bandar like I am some pet monkey. Then she plays that dumb song about that crazy brother-in-law. And now this extra mirchi, my throat's still on fire. Arush couldn't help but start. Bro, maybe you deserve it. You were flirting with Rian Mona the whole night. She just taught you a lesson. Arav glared harder, pushing the door wider. Oh, so now you are on her side. You think this is funny? She thinks she's so smart? Arish cracked up outright now. Relax, superstar. She's only 22. You're 27. Don't tell me you've been outwitted with a kid. Arav scowled depend. A kid? She's a devil in disguise. Next time she pull this bundle joke on me, she won't be smirking for long. She wants to play a game? Fine. She won't see it coming. Arush chuckled, giving him a firm pat on the back, which made Arav once again drink some cold water, Bandasa, and next time stick to the plain paneer. Arav shot him death glare, showing to the door shut in his face. Get lost, Arush. Inside the washroom, Arav muttered, his eyes narrowed with determination. Just wait, Aditi, you messed with the wrong monkey. Meanwhile, Aditi slept soundly, a faint smile tugging at her lips. She felt strangely relieved after convincing herself that Arav flirting with other girls wasn't anything special. He behaved with her just like he did with everyone else. She wasn't unique to him, and somehow that made her hurt lighter. Beside her, Alicia lay awake, eyes fixed on the ceiling, a knot of doubt twisted inside her chest. For the first time, it truly hit her. Maybe she wasn't ready for the marriage after all, but tomorrow was a wedding day. Wasn't it too late now? Needing to share the burden, she gently nudged her sister. Aditi, I want to tell you something, Alicia whispered. Aditi murmured groggily in her sleep. We'll talk tomorrow, and shifted, still lost in dreams. Alicia tried again, shaking her shoulders softly. When Aditi didn't stir, she leaned closer and whispered desperately, Aditi, I don't want to marry. This time, Aditi's eyes flew open, shock flooding her face. She sat up instantly, searching Alicia's tearful eyes. What did you just say, Didi?